What stuck out to me the most was just the dichotomy of love and joy and togetherness and family, and then death and destruction.
I was gonna say, I was like, oh, he kept his beard, but you always kind of have like a majestic beard going on, I think.
It's out of most of the time it's out of laziness.
I always think like, when because Dan Lafferty has quite the haircut journey in this show. And I always think when people are filming something, how they have to then like go to Starbucks and kind of like just confidently pull off their haircuts. Did you have that moment filming this?
The hair and makeup team was really great. We had different styles of hair, but it was I kind of I could do my hair normal when they weren't shooting, and I didn't have too much of a crazy experience going to Starbucks and having weird looks.
Yeah. When you read the script, read the book, I love this book. It's so well done. What stuck out to you the most?
What stuck out to me the most was just the dichotomy of love and joy and togetherness and family, and then death and destruction. They went very hand in hand, and how those pieces of yourself, pieces of history that you want to bury, and sort of just subtract from your life, anybody's life, will eventually come back to haunt you. So and they'll come back to for things to play out the way that they'll play out. So it was, I thought, very skillfully written, skillfully done, and skillfully adapted. So
How do you describe who Dan Lafferty is?
Dan's a magnetic person. He was someone that you'd like at a party, someone you'd want to be with, and he'd make you laugh, and you have a nice time with them. And some people might find themselves following down a path that they didn't intend to, because he was able to make people feel so good about themselves.
Yeah.
And he was so sure of himself, all while being, doubtful of things. He would always refer back to the text and go deeper and deeper and deeper in that depth of wanting to understand himself and wanting to learn more and wanting to please his father and wanting to be more of a family man, led him down this rabbit hole of fundamentalism and extremism that obviously ended up in a very, in a lot of death and destruction.
That's the thing. I listen to a lot of true crime stuff, and it's like often these dark people are very charming, like they're very charismatic.
Yeah.
With something so dark and knowing it's real, how do you bring levity to the set when you're not filming? Is there anything you guys did that was just like super fun?
Yeah. Look, as I've said it before, you have to be able to enjoy your life while you're living it. And you spend a lot of time on set. You spend a lot of time with the people that you're working with. So being able to make that an enjoyable experience, no matter what the subject matter is, to me has always been important, because otherwise I'd just be too miserable, spending that amount of time doing that away from my family and away from doing that. So I was very lucky in this situation to have people who were consummate professionals, so they can really go in and go out. They were adept. They were able to maneuver quite easily. And when time came to leave set, it was time to go enjoy ourselves, and enjoy our company and have great conversations and get-togethers, and so that was a wonderful aspect of being able to shoot with the specific group of people that we got to shoot with.
And what a wonderful cast and wonderful team. And you and Andrew Garfield have that MCU connection. When you were filming, did you have any idea that he was coming back in as Spider-Man?
I did not. I don't think he said anything about it, or we didn't talk about it at all. But no, I didn't know.
What do you think John Walker is up to at the moment? So much has been going on. Is he taking a vacation? What do you think he's doing?
You'll know better than me.
I remember, when you took that role, there was something about like, oh, I'm worried about playing someone that people hate. Did you feel that way at all taking on this role, this real person who's to this day has no remorse.
Yeah. No, because it wasn't about the hate and the gruesome qualities of just the negativity of it. There was a lot of positivity to it. So it was important that it's a why done it story. And
right.
It was important that the character be portrayed the way the character is in certain ways. And so it was a challenge, but it wasn't ever something that, I mean, look, yeah, of course there's times where you're doing it where you're like, oh, this is awful and I hate it. It makes me feel sick. But I never questioned the ability of the filmmakers to portray it in a way that was anything other than oddly respectful to the people to the deceased. You know, it's important to remember that they're real people and this really happened, you know.
Are you a true crime junkie? Do you have a favorite like podcast docuseries drama that you've seen?
I'm really not. I don't need to see more death and destruction and devastation and the negativity and negative side of human nature. It's there. It's always going to be there. I don't love watching it, to be honest. I just don't. I don't love it. The true crime aspect, like, it doesn't interest me like it interests other people. This interested me because it was a real question to me: is how did this person who should have been helping people with, you know, I don't know, spina bifida in third world countries, you know, or back problems and spreading love, end up here? Like, how did that happen? And so that was the interesting thing to me that drew me in. Just the true crime of like the actual steps of how something happens. Like, it's just kind of, sometimes it's like grisly to me, and it's not, I just don't love watching it.
I get it. For me, I'm like how to survive. Like, I'm looking for like how to, yeah. Thank you so much for your time. Such a wonderful pleasure to talk to you.
Pleasure to talk to you too.
Take care.